We have many questions.
Many.
The call was put out to the internet that you guys were doing another Q&A. And a lot of the questions are old ones, which means they didn't watch the last two.
Probably.
I know.
Which means they didn't watch the last two, so I'm going to put links above each of your heads. And
So people can go say click where it is.
Yeah, so this time we went with some
this
questions.
This will be the ones we've done in the past?
These are not questions you've done in the past. These are brand new.
These things that you're doing with things above our heads? What's that?
They're not halos, Dad. They're links.
They're links.
Definitely.
So, like, if they ask a question that we've already answered in a previous video,
it'll go to another video.
There'll be a link above your head, and it'll say, go to that video and see the answer.
Gotcha.
Rather than repeat.
Yeah, so we're not going to do previous questions. We're going to do new, I would say very important questions.
Oh, so you went through these questions.
These questions are some of the most important you'll ever get.
I've had no time to prepare. I feel inadequate.
Well, no idea
Good,
what
good.
you're
No time to
gonna ask.
prepare.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll start with a first very important question. This is from Shane. How are your potatoes doing?
Oh,
My potatoes, we ate them all. We ate every one of them. And they
we ate them. They were
turned out very well.
That was not a very well look. Mom just had this look on her
quality
face.
potatoes
No.
because he used really crappy potatoes to start with.
That's right.
Because we didn't want them because they were so bad. So we cut them up and put them in the ground
They were
because they
old
didn't
potatoes.
taste good.
And
So, but
They-
then
they
when
weren't
they came
cheap.
out, they came out as bad as the potatoes that we.
so you get what
I mean,
you
that
put
makes
into it.
sense.
Really,
That makes sense.
Yeah,
They weren't
so-
seed potatoes. They
they
were just
were-
an average, everyday
they
kind
were
of
not-
russet potato.
Yeah,
and
they were a bad brand, like maybe a low quality.
you know, I learned something about potatoes. You don't plant potatoes very close to tomatoes.
What?
Don't plant potatoes near tomatoes.
What? Why?
They do things in the soil that affects the other one negatively. So
What takes what from what?
I don't know if it's nitrogen. What's it take out of the
maybe
soil?
nitrogen,
Take
a
something
mineral
out of the
source.
soil that's important
Right,
for the
right.
tomatoes.
So you want, if you're going to plant them separate areas
Separate
of the
areas.
garden. Something for you to know in the future.
All right, good to know. That's your Uncle
But
Worry
they were
farming
good.
tip.
They were very good. We peeled them and we roasted them, and they were very good.
I don't remember peeling. Yeah, we
I
did
peeled
peel
them
them.
because you didn't
That's
peel
right.
them. I peeled them. That's why you
Yeah,
don't
I
remember
that.
peeling them because I peeled them.
Okay, all right, all right.
So this question is from Xavier Javert, some sort of fancy name.
Xavier with an X.
With a J. Javert?
Javier.
Javier.
Wouldn't that be Javier?
It would be Javier.
Javier.
Thank you guys. Thank you. I'm not good with any names that aren't like Steve.
Well, that's the name of the guy that married one of our neighbor's granddaughters, Javier. So we know
Of
Javier.
course, of course,
So
of course.
We don't know that Javier,
Of
but we know
course.
a Javier.
With a J.
We know how Jesse would react in a post-apocalypse, but how would you?
I would invite everybody in and share what we have. I know what your dad would do. Your dad's already preparing for it.
Go on, Father. What would you do?
He's prepared for it. What do you mean? What would he do?
Well, first of all, I would jettison all things that if you can't keep up with me, then you couldn't be with me. So people, you know,
I'd be gone.
I would jettison a lot of
So
stuff.
basically,
But, you gotta be able
that's
to,
what he's trying to
you know,
say.
run free and long and
He's so nice.
Oh, you do the same thing, probably. You guys
Oh
were
no, I'd
lazy.
use you. I'd throw you to the
That's
zombies.
just like me.
At least.
I figured you guys probably used me. What does that say about your perception of women?
no.
Oh, this is on the internet, Dad. This is on the internet.
No. You took that totally wrong.
Just like the internet. Just like
If I was a stronger woman, then
we'd
it
be
would
together.
no problem.
Then we'd be together.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Well, you said post.
basically, it would have to be somebody that's 20.
every man
because
for
I
woman
I
for
couldn't keep
themselves.
up.
You know, it's
Oh,
just
God help
it's gonna
us.
be that way.
All right.
So what would you do though? You've said that you would run wild and free. What would you do?
Well, I probably try to get myself to places like Colorado, in the mountains. Try to get to the mountains, like Canada. Try to get up in the mountains.
If it's ever going to happen in Kentucky, who's going to come and take over Kentucky?
Away from people. I try to get
You're
away
already
from
away from
people as
people.
much best I could, and just kind
Just
of.
become a mountain man, live alone.
You could do that now.
I could do it. I don't know how
He
successful.
has to wait for the
I could-
post-apocalypse, though.
I could do it.
He has to wait for the
He
post-apocalypse.
stacked up the wood already.
Yeah, I do. In preparation, I do have wood stacks. Yes, indeed.
Great.
He's
Great.
gonna buy bullets for a gun that he's never shot.
And the possibility
Probably
of
needs clean, but we're gonna buy bullets for
chickens
that.
and ducks, perhaps.
Probably end up killing ourselves.
This spring. Think of the chickens
Oh,
and
he
ducks.
wants chickens. That's right. I forgot about the chickens.
All right,
Nobody would
moving
steal
on.
the chickens.
Moving on.
right,
Question
whatever.
3.
What are your opinions on movies these days?
You've already heard my opinion.
This is from Kate Doss, 1988. Sure. What is your opinion on? I'll say Kate. What is your opinion on movies today?
I like movies today. I don't like the ones that make you think, so you have to like figure out what you think might be going on.
You like
So
those?
I enjoyed Interstellar. Yeah. Yeah, because then we were able to argue about it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
About what we thought the fifth dimension, who was they. So that was fun. So I enjoy that because any movie that, you know, kind of gets you talking about something, I like that.
Dad?
He's like, oh,
I think it's a great sleep.
does it have John Wayne in it?
John Wayne's okay. I tend to be more. I like the black and white movies. I like.
You like
movies
that
with-
movie that's coming up for Christmas?
I like movies that have people who are actors in them and that act, as opposed to
Wait, what?
something that's
What?
computerized and everything.
He doesn't like any science fiction movies.
Well,
He
science
likes
fiction is
war
fine.
movies.
Science fiction is
He
fine.
likes war movies.
War movies are. I've seen some terrible war movies.
Yeah, but you just said I want to see that movie that's coming out. That's going to be the
I said,
Christmas thing because it's a war movie.
Undefeated? No, it's not. It's about a man who had tremendous perseverance, and he would just decided he would win. He was a track athlete, wasn't very talented.
Oh, I didn't know
but
that's what. I thought that was a war movie. you
He
were like.
survived being in a concentration camp where people were trying to hurt him.
Oh, I thought wasn't that just a war movie that we saw?
That's what you saw.
Yeah, I saw
That's what you saw.
I saw people.
There was all these other
saw
things in
people
it, but
in
you saw
uniforms.
just the
I
war
figured
part.
There's another war movie.
Yeah, so anyway,
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of movies these days.
I believe he said, and I quote,
He liked Bernie.
"They're all the same."
They're all the same.
He liked Bernie.
There's
You
no
like
new-
Bernie? Didn't you like Bernie? That
There's-
was really good.
I like Bernie Sanders, but that's a whole other.
What?
No, you like
Bernie
Bernie, the
Sanders.
movie.
Bernie Sanders.
Shout out
The
to
movie,
Bernie Sanders.
I like Bernie.
Yeah, Dad and I are gonna.
I like Bernie Sanders.
We're gonna.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything original. I think movies are all the same
Get people to
stuff.
sign up.
And anyway, Bernie Sanders.
You are suddenly became very political.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Very
people to sign up
independent-minded.
for public funding, so that only public funding of
Public, not republic.
public funding of candidates.
All right, so here's a question.
All right.
What was this is from Weird Sparkly Fish, wanted to know this.
Fish.
What was Jesse's favorite toy as a kid?
Oh, I thought we already talked about Boomer.
Zoomer.
Oh yeah, it was Zoomer. Boomer was the dog.
That's how favorite it was. Our son. Remember our son? Remember the little red-headed boy? He was ours.
Boomer was the dog.
Oh. You had
Boomer was the dog. Zoomer was the monkey. Sorry.
Jesse is your son.
I'm aware of that.
Okay. You had a round ball. It was plastic. It was red on one side, blue on the other
Oh,
side.
that was Tupperware.
And you had a bunch of. That's the toys we bought for you. You had a Tupperware bowl and a spoon. You sit there and bang it.
No.
And every once in a while we gave you some cereal so you could eat out of it. Oh yeah. We didn't have much. We didn't have much when we started out.
No, he He's talking about it's made by Tupperware. It's a ball with different shapes.
It had
and you
different
put the
shape
shapes-
openings, and you
the
had
appropriate
yellow.
shape
The
in the
shapes
shape.
were yellow, and you were great at it. You were able to determine what shape it was, stick it in
I'm
the.
very good with shapes.
You were good with shapes.
That's about where I stopped.
Yeah. What happened from
Yeah,
that point on? We
spatial's
don't
not
know.
good.
We don't know.
Shapes I got. After we got to the third dimension, it became a
Circles,
mess.
squares.
Not good.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I like this one. Where do you see Jesse in 5 years?
Who asked that question?
Oh, that was
hard
Jeff
question.
wanting to know.
Jeff,
No.
great question. One of my typical questions in an interview that I
Does
ask all the
anybody
time.
know where they're going to be in
I've
5
asked
years?
Jesse that. I've asked Jesse that a million times,
They have.
and
Yes.
he's avoided it successfully
Well,
every time. I ask
because does anybody in today's economy know where they're going to be in 5 years? No.
it. I do.
That's a stupid question. It's a stupid question.
I do.
Sorry, Jeff. That's a stupid question.
Sorry, Jeff.
No, Jeff. No, Jeff. There's no stupid question.
No,
Only stupid
really.
answer. Come on, Jeff.
Well, we used to interview people to hire them. You always ask them that question,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
where do you think you're going to be
Yeah,
in 5
you
years?
do.
So you get a sense of what their ambition is.
Yeah.
But today,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any
So
sense.
they don't have ambition today?
You have ambition, but
Well.
you don't know where it's going to take you in 5
Well,
years.
but
Unless
you
you
have
have
to at least
like
have
you're
an
an
idea where you'd
entrepreneur
like
and
to
you have
go.
a 5-year plan. Like if you want to open a business, you
Well,
say in 5 years I'm going to.
okay.
I could see that. But life, you don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, I do.
You wake up one day and
Wow.
things change.
Okay.
That's all there is.
All right.
All right.
He knows where he's going to be because he could be in the same place
Same
in that
place.
garden.
I'm not going anywhere.
He's going to be sitting out in the garden,
So sit in
playing
the
with his
backyard.
plants. So, yeah, he knows where he's going to be.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably thinking like young people.
Yeah, maybe.
Young people who have to
Young
have
people. I like your little young people.
who have
Young
to have,
people.
that have a
Good sign.
future. Unlike us old people that
No
don't have a future.
No future.
That's what you have to look forward to, kids.
No future.
You do whatever the hell you want to do.
This is from Jared. He wants to know, what is your favorite mythical creature and why? Do you know what a mythical creature is, Dad?
I do.
All right. I was unsure of
I
that.
do. And I'm going to go kind of out of the box here.
Uh-huh.
And you know me, America first, USA, USA, USA.
Are you going to say Chupacabra? Because that's not American.
No, I'm going to say Babe the Blue Ox.
Who?
What?
Who?
All right. And why? Why is that your favorite?
Isn't Paul Bunyan a kind of an American myth?
I thought he was like a Southern Canadian myth, but whatever.
Okay, well, let's say North American.
All right,
myth,
yeah.
right. As opposed to Lodi and from my good friends back in Norway and
Lodi?
Who's Lodi?
they know.
They know. They know.
They know.
They know.
They know. Anyway, Babe the Blue Ox, I think is a good one.
All right, Mom.
I would say the space butterfly.
Look at that. Winning points on the internet. Points on the internet.
very
Good
good.
call. Here's a question from, I like this one. William wants to know, if you could bring any person in history to today's society and spend an hour of time with them, who would it be? What would you do? It's a deep question. Any person from history, 1 hour of time, what would you do?
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Uh-huh. Why? What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah,
with
I guess
her?
there's no why. Just
I'd
what would you do?
talk- I would probably sit down, go to high tea with her, and
I was just
high
going to
tea.
say
Wouldn't that
tea.
be perfect?
I was just going to say
high tea,
that.
and we would have high tea, and we would talk, and she would, and I would tell her how much I admired her.
There you go. Father.
Well, boy, there's so many people.
Uh-huh. You just gotta pick one.
And these are people from history.
In history.
Do they
Any
have
person.
to be famous?
Can be anyone.
Be my Uncle Earl?
Sure, if you wanted it to be.
But I'm not going to pick Uncle Earl.
Don't pick
Uncle Earl, no.
Anyone.
Well,
a historical figure.
and
No,
there's,
just anyone from history. It could be
there's
anyone.
so many people,
You have one. You can pick one. On the spot, Jeannie says you get one for 1 hour. What do you do?
I know Jesse's is Alexander the Great.
No,
Is it
he'd
still
probably stab me in the
Alexander the Great?
face.
I think
you say you
probably, I'd like to sit down for an hour with Bob Marley.
Do I even want to know what you do for that hour?
No,
No, you don't want to know
what-
what he's going to do with that hour.
All right. Okay, so there's 2 questions left. These questions
Get
are...
up, stand up. What's he doing?
These questions are very important.
Okay.
What are you looking at?
You.
We're singing a song.
We're singing Get
Get
Up,
up,
Stand
stand
Up.
up.
I thought you were telling me to do like get up, stand up. I was like, what are you talking about?
Bob Marley. Is he?
All right, well,
Fully relates.
there are 2 questions left.
All right.
They are pretty, I think, very good questions.
Okay.
Really
First
from,
question
of all.
is from Perry, who wants to know,
Very.
what has it been like? I like this question very much. What has it been like being parents of someone that has influenced and changed the lives of thousands of people for the better?
Cool.
I love that question. What's that like,
You know,
guys?
I have to tell you,
Quite
Perry,
an onus to put
Perry,
on someone.
I had no doubt this would all transpire. It was written in the stars, in the cards, in the tea leaves. I can remember when Jesse was born, we had somebody, a psychic, say that he was either destined,
It was in the newspaper.
okay,
It was a
that
psychic.
too, that
It
too.
was astrology. In the
Maybe it's
newspaper.
called- but
It was a psychic. It was
a
a
psychic.
newspaper.
he just worked for a newspaper at the time. But he said a priest or a
Pope.
politician.
A pope or a politician.
Well, you know, we settle for teacher, and that's not a bad thing. And you know, and you've been influencing people positively, I might say,
Hopefully as a teacher
ever
too.
since. Yeah, well, I'm saying since he's been a teacher, and no, it's all, you know, it's all the same. Just disseminating information, whether it be about the YouTube games or worms.
Okay. It's a very
So
diplomatic
now it's
answer.
all through the great space butterfly, though. It comes to him.
Look at you. Look at you. You are.
Comes to him through emanations from the
Space
great
nectar?
space
The
butterfly.
nectar
No,
for-
no, it's like
no.
it's kind of like the 5th dimension.
You knew the space butterfly when he was a larva,
You
right?
seem to be pushing books.
Ooh.
Spoilers, Mom. Wow.
Is this a movie?
Yes,
Oh, it's been a good sleep. That's all. It's been a wonderful sleep.
Our final question. Best question of the night, I
Who
think.
from?
From Brian.
Brian.
To Jesse's dad.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Why did you eat all of Jesse's pie?
Well, first of all, I did not.
He left you peace.
I did leave a small piece. Secondly, you know, I have these things where I get started, addictive personality. And so, you know, cherry pie or apple pie, I like pie. Pecan
Can I-
pie,
can I ask you a
lemon
question?
meringue pie, coconut cream pie.
I wanna ask you a
chocolate
Jesse
cream pie.
question.
Cookies.
I need to ask
I
this,
mentioned pralines pie.
I need to ask you a question, and it's about your eating habits. And now that we're filming it, I need to know. Why when you eat anything, eat or drink anything, you'll eat 90% of it, but leave one little piece left and then put it in the fridge and not touch it ever again. What is that about?
I think it's because of the depression mentality.
We're going to save it forever? But you ate almost all of it. Why not just finish it?
There'll always be a piece there. If some time in the future when you might
He's
want it,
done
it'll
that
be there.
forever.
Ever. Since the beginning
I have
of
no
my
idea what it
existence,
is. I'm
you've
sorry.
always done
And let
that.
me tell you about it's some the other kind of weird thing because he won't eat leftovers, so it can't be from depression.
Well, it depends what it is.
You don't eat any leftovers.
It depends
Dad.
what they are.
You make me eat them. Go, let's heat up the oven.
You're like
and
you're
I
like
eat
you're
'em.
like Crendor, where he'll go out, he'll buy stuff, take home leftovers, and then never touch them again.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
It
Like who?
depends. It depends what. If it's Chinese, I eat it. If it's cold pizza,
No, it
I eat
isn't.
cold pizza. No, you're wrong.
Very,
Those are-
very infrequently. I'm telling you, I know you.
This is
Not
this
unless
is
I
a-
slip it into some kind of a meal and you don't know what it is.
We're getting too revealing here. I don't want people to know
He
that.
doesn't
I-
know.
He doesn't eat food. I don't want people to know that I don't eat
I'm
food.
psychotic and crazy.
Too late.
People know
Too late.
weird.
Too late.
Too late. The story of my life, I guess.
Now you tell everybody I did make you another one, so.
It's true. She did make a whole other cherry pie, and he has touched none of it.
And an apple pie.
Well, I didn't get any of the apple pie. I got 0 pieces of that apple pie.
all right.
Let's be
See,
clear.
I didn't eat
Well,
all that
made
either.
another-
I didn't
I
do
made
all
it.
that.
Okay.
You did. You did.
Oh, I ate all that pie.
That's a pie you
Okay,
did.
I ate all
Yeah,
that.
you did.
Okay.
Baby.
I had a whole pie. But anyway, yeah. I did have a piece of Jesse's cherry pie that I made yesterday morning.
Hey, before we're done here,
Uh-huh.
how about a shout out to
Who?
John Bain? I understand he's going to have some medical things done tomorrow, and so I hope everything is cool with John, and he comes through that in a positive frame of mind.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
I'm thinking that, no, I think this has been a great trip to L.A. We had, saw some different places, had some good dim sum, saw our son, and, things are good.
And turkey.
Had turkey, not the best, but it was,
It was because it was from a store.
well.
I made everything but the turkey. The turkey wasn't my turkey. So, what can I
Turkey
say?
was microwaved.
I didn't get to roast it like I normally roast it.
So,
But everything else was good, right,
Everything else
guys?
is good, yeah.
Oh, so
Pie was
tell
good.
me it was good because I spent
Pie
all
was
the
good,
time.
and we had great Mexican last night, huh?
Did you forget the Mexican that we had last
The
night?
pie was good. That's all you remember from Thanksgiving dinner.
I like how she zoned out and focused on that one statement.
I'm not making Thanksgiving anymore. If all you remember is a pie, I can just work out 2 pies.
I like pie. Pecan pie, lemon meringue pie, coconut cream pie, chocolate silk pie, blueberry pie, strawberry pie with the ice cream and kind of mission on top. I like pie.
That's it for another visit from the parents. Another Revenge the Q&A featuring my mom and dad being pretty much themselves. They love doing these things. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but they constantly ask whenever they visit, when are we doing a Q&A? So next time they come out, or next time I go to them, I will let you know, and we can get some more questions in. I have a blast doing this, and I know they do too, so thank you very much! Remember, it's the year of a million subs. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, all that stuff, and as always, to be continued.